So this is the new look of Moodle after our upgrade, and what I want to show you is there's a way to avoid the scroll of death. Notice here actually my sidebar with my grading scale is actually longer than the content in the middle because there's this brand new theme you can apply to your site called collapsible topics. And notice that when I hover over these topics, they highlight and I can open up section 4 and it has all of my content about the country of Iran that I teach, and then I can close it and it tidies up everything on the main page. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run through the settings necessary to turn this on if you like this layout on my Moodle page. So I'm just going to go over to the side here and I'm going to edit my settings. And this all should look pretty familiar, and this right here, format, what you want to do is change it from, it's probably been on topics format, change it to collapse topics. Okay, scroll down a little bit here, and this set elements, I've chosen to do no toggle word, toggle section X, and section number. If you leave that on default, you're going to see a whole lot of extra words all over the screen that I don't think are necessary. So if you go no toggle word, section, title X, and section number, it's going to look a little cleaner. So I like that. The icon set, I prefer the point. We're kind of used to that in Infinite Campus where when there's a menu to open, you see the little triangle sideways, and when it's open, the triangle is facing down. So I recommend that one. And then you might want to copy from my screen here these hex codes. Hex codes pick a color, and these are the colors that I pick, so they were very subtle. So when you hover over one of those topics, for example, it's this little bit of a darker gray, otherwise it's this very light gray. So I have all of those things fixed. All I need to do here is just save my changes. And see, here's that darker gray when I hover, and when I move off of it, it's a very light gray, darker gray, light gray. Now, one thing that you might see happen is notice here, instead of saying Iran, it says section 4. And let me show you how to fix that if that's happened to you. So you need to turn your editing on, and you can do that either on this button up here or over here in settings. Either of those work. And if I scroll down here to section 4, I'm going to click the little gear because I want to edit the summary. And when use default section name is checked, it's going to call it section X. All right, so I'm going to undo that, check mark. I'm going to copy the Islamic Republic of Iran, paste it up there, save my changes. And now the title is properly showing. And I can hide it, turn my editing off, and I think that looks pretty good.